joined now by Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Mr. Leader, good morning to you, and we're so sorry for the loss of your friend.
Thank you, Bill. Good morning to you.
I know you guys were really close going back to your days in the House together. You guys traveled the world together. I know Graham came out to South Dakota to visit a couple times. You guys did a little golfing and hunting together. How did you find out the news Saturday night, and what's it like being on the Hill today without Senator Graham being there?
It's pretty shocking, and I think everybody is still processing it, Bill. It happened, as you know, overnight. Got notification from staff, and just since that time, I mean, I'm still frankly in a state of shock. I can't imagine this place without Lindsey. I can't imagine the world writ large without Lindsey, for the incredible impact that he had on so many levels. Just so passionate about national security, obviously a huge influence and voice on matters affecting judges and the judiciary. He was chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, got us through 2 reconciliation bills this last year, and of course one of the strongest voices for the pro-life movement in this country. And so it is going to be very, very hard to envision the United States Senate, our country, certainly South Carolina, or for that matter the world, without Lindsey.
When it's time to start talking about funeral services, would you like to see Senator Graham lie in state at the U.S. Capitol?
We are. I mean, those things are being discussed and talked about. I spoke with Lindsey's sister yesterday. I spoke with the governor of South Carolina yesterday, and those things are yet to come. Right now, I think everybody is still in the process of mourning his loss. And you know, just on a personal level, he was a very good friend to me. As you point out, he came out to my first campaign, my first House campaign in 1996. And the last couple of years, he's been out in South Dakota with me, and we've been just a lot of places together through the years. But more important than all of that is just the impact he's had on this country, and the voice that he has been on so many issues that are critical to America's national security interests and to protecting the American people.
Well, he had a lot of friends on the Hill and a whole lot of people who liked him. And to that point, want to show you some new video we're just getting in from our Hill team this morning. People have been leaving flowers and memorials outside of his office, his Senate office here on the Hill. This was shot just a short time ago. He had a lot of friends on the Democratic side of the aisle and obviously tons of friends on the Republican side of the aisle. A lot of Democrats have had some really, really nice things to say about him since this news broke, talking about the way they've been able to work with them. Even House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries offering his condolences. But Leader Thune, as of this morning, we have not heard a single thing from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. No statements, no condolences, nothing. What are your thoughts on that?
I certainly hope that's coming, Bill. I can't imagine just on a sheer human level, you know, whether you agree or disagree with Lindsey on the issues, and obviously there were some pretty profound disagreements around here, continue to be. And but that being said, there was nobody on the other side of the aisle, on the Democrat side, if they needed to get something done, there was no better person to work with than Lindsey Graham. He was somebody who was fearless in the way he approached the legislative process. He was willing to take on tough issues and speak out about them. And of course, he had just one of the sharpest wits I've ever been around, and he was able to use that when he communicated. He was a very gifted and talented communicator, as we all know. But so I hope we hear something from Leader Schumer. It certainly would be a missed opportunity to mourn the loss of somebody who's had a tremendous impact on this country.
You mentioned he wore so many different hats for Senate Republicans, and as you guys try to chart a path forward here as a result of his death, one of the things he talked about was he was the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, and he was the one who handled 2 of those reconciliation bills, the One Big Beautiful Bill, and then recently $70 billion in funding for ICE and CBP after Democrats shut down DHS. He was working on a 3rd reconciliation bill that potentially maybe gets some elements of the Save America Act in it, but the senator is gone now. What happens to that potential 3rd bill, Senator?
Well, eventually we'll figure that out. We've got to move forward. You know, obviously right now we are all in the process of still processing and mourning Lindsey's loss, but certainly on that level, the Budget Committee chairmanship, he did it with great, you know, professionalism and ability to reach out and to work with everybody on our side of the aisle, many of whom have different opinions about how to deal with these big issues. But those were remarkable, consequential successes and accomplishments for the American people. And they fit very well into Lindsey's beliefs about the issues that he came here to focus on, the things that animate and motivate him in public life. But I've never seen anybody, honestly, who has had more energy, more passion, You know, that's something around here that sometimes we kind of find ourselves going through the motions here. Lindsey was never that way. He believed every day in what he was doing and why he was doing it. He had a great sense of mission and purpose, and that is absolutely going to be missed here.
And real quick, just 10 seconds left here. Do you have a favorite memory of Senator Graham before we let you go?
For sure, sitting with him out in South Dakota, looking over Lake Oahe and watching the stars. It's a beautiful memory.
Majority Leader John Thune of the Senate, thank you so much for your time this morning. And again, so sorry for the loss of your friend and your colleague.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.